So we're starting right away. I need to flip that. Some Yeast is the Me Brawler. Me Brawler versus Terry, and we've not seen a Terry at this tournament yet. Intetsu is one of our top seeds here, so I'm interested to see what they'll do. And Some Yeast was the runner-up in our very first tournament, falling to Dragon Beast. They've got a pretty nice brawler, but right now, things are looking very even. And there's one thing that I've noticed from Some Yeast that seems to have remained, is that tendency to try and chase down a falling opponent with up B, not confirming into it, just going for it raw. And often that leads to an overcommitment, but that time around takes the stock and works out well for them. I'm having a bit of a technical issue, which is annoying me. Something wrong with the tag system, but right now, Intetsu is... Yeah, right now Intetsu is having a bit of trouble, does finally take a stock, but there's a lot of distance to make up, and Some Yeast is just insurmountable there. Some Yeast carrying the same sort of form that took them to Grand Finals in the first of our tournaments. It's nice to see them back again. Elsewhere, I'd like to report that Amity has beaten Simpex 2-1 to make it to top 8, the first player to make it to top 8. We're going right back in again. Back to Pokemon Stadium. Yeah, I need to switch from stream meta, because the way that tags work on this thing is kind of confusing. But anyway, here we go, and right now Some Yeast is looking a bit more comfortably in control of the start of the game. Oh, and already going for those up Bs. Me Brawler with the thrust uppercut is a frightening force to deal with. And Yeast has just been throwing them out on any opponent who is not attentive enough to avoid it. Yeast will just throw them out over and over again. But Terry does have Go here, so Intetsu may have something to come back with, and the Power Geyser will take that stock and give Intetsu a bit of a lead here. How long can they hold on to this stock? How long can they hold on to Go? Still have it, but gets caught by the thrust uppercut. And now the game is even again. Yeast has just been more consistent with their strings and their combos. Intetsu has the right ideas, but is not quite as clean in their execution, and it's costing them here. And Yeast has been on point with the tech reads. Trying to go for roll behind grab. That's a little bit much. But, of course, doesn't get punished for it. Still going for the thrust uppercuts, but now Intetsu is finally avoiding them. Not avoiding that up smash though, and almost getting hit by another one. Of course, that's a lot more of a dangerous situation for Terry than most other characters. He's got no disjoint to contest the thrust uppercut, and you kind of just have to try and avoid it and hope you don't get hit by it. And you don't want to just start air dodging willy-nilly, because then you're gonna get red. Oh, and a hard up smash to take the stock and keep the game close. Intetsu has a shot here to make this a game 3. But Yeast is starting to run away with it here. 83% still unanswered. Finally gets a grab. Oh, and doesn't even get the up B out of the up air, and that thrust uppercut almost enough, but gives go. Maybe Intetsu can do something with this. But right now, it's looking dire. It's looking like a tall order. Intetsu is trying to space things out with the power waves, but keeps rushing in, and then finally another raw thrust uppercut is enough to put Yeast over the top. So some Yeast will move